Hello, everyone. Can you hear us? Yeah, it's still showing waiting on my end, too.
No, I'm gonna wait, see if the stream link is posted, but I do not see it.
Okay, here we go. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Season 78 SHL and SMJHL Awards. My name is Ara. Co-hosting with me tonight is Mysterious Fish.
Hello, everybody.
Well, to start off tonight, we will be doing the J Awards. And I don't know about you, Fish, but I'd say we've got a fairly stellar lineup for tonight.
I would fully agree. It is a great lineup of awards, and it'll be interesting for everyone to see who has won them.
That it will. Well, without any further ado, let's get this show started, shall we?
We shall.
Starting off with our 4-star Cup winners and SMJHL champions, we have the Maine Timber. Now, Fish, care to break down the Timbers playoff run for us?
Maine, in the regular season as well, dominated, but Maine started off by beating San Diego in 5, then beat Ottawa in 5, Detroit in 5, and then in the finals took down Kelowna in 6 to win the 4-star Cup. Just a great showing in the playoffs, and really does show why they were the top of the league. Detroit in 5.
And then next up, with Timber yet again, we have our King Krzyzewski Gauntlet, the South Playoff champions, yet again, the Maine Timber. All in all, it's been a solid season for the Timber, had a stellar playoff run. I don't know about you, but I'd say it's definitely one for the history books. Wouldn't you agree, Fish?
I could say that there's 100% been better. If you go back in history, there's the times when there weren't as many teams, so teams had less games and could just played less, which involves, I guess, better history. But here, only losing one game every series until the finals is still pretty good.
It's not bad at all, especially given that we had to reset, or that they had to endure a resem of a couple of rounds. Next up, we have the Lena Landvik Trophy for the North Playoff Champions, which is the Kelowna Knights. or Kelowna Knights, pardon me. All in all, it was a good season for him. Fish, your thoughts?
I mean, they definitely had a tougher go-around in the playoffs going up against Quebec City, who did have a worse season this year, but still pushed Kelowna to 6. Then, after an upset by Thunder Bay in the first round, Kelowna took easy work of them in 5. So those are already 2 pretty bad teams there, finishing in the bottom quarter of the league. And the first real challenge for them was Yukon, who only finished 2 points behind them in the regular season, but Kelowna got the edge in 6 in that one.
Then next up, we have the Lawford Trophy for the best regular season. Once again, going to the Maine Timber.
Maine was really dominant this season. They were 23 points ahead of Anchorage, who is second in the league. And they also just had a bunch of talent from players in scoring, as they had Doug Waite with 105 points leading the team, which really impressive to get over 100 points in an SMJHL season.
And speaking of Doug Waite, he will be our first individual award winner tonight with the Jared Hansen Trophy for his for the regular season point leader, with a total of 105 points, 41 goals, 84 assists. All in all, very good. Granted, I don't know him that well, but from what I observed during the drafts and during the regular season, he seemed to be easily one of the SMJHL's top players, and a name that constantly popped up near the top of the players list. So, not surprised to see him take the Jared Hansen. And then moving on, we go to the Robert Medici Trophy for the regular season goal leader. This time, it's a member of the Armada, Chris McZerrell III, with 45 goals. Oh, pretty good. What do you think, Fish?
It's definitely pretty good, especially since in the SMJHL, there does seem to be a lot of assists that goes around, as teams have found a way to spread out their goal scoring, so it's not all just one player. They make sure that every player can get a piece of the pie and put the puck in the back of the net. So 45 leading the league, very impressive.
All in all, solid performance from him, and look forward to seeing him next season. Now, next, we move from the regular season to the playoffs for the Ronan O'Keefe Trophy for the playoff point leader. And representing the Knights, we've got Polar Bergerson and Emmerich Gagner with 29 points each scored during the playoffs. Not bad at all. And going on from there, we have coming in for the Matt Lewis Flood Trophy for best regular season save percentage. We have a three-way tie. Jacob Alexa, Femia McLaughlin, and Jokal Magnuson with a save percentage of .9122. Very impressive, if I must say so myself. least with regards to me. What do you think, Fish?
It's definitely pretty impressive. If you just look at how this team was put together at UConn, they really did rely on their goalie a lot. And Jakub Alexa, this was their rookie season, so leading the league in save percentage along with a couple other great goalies shows how good they might be in the future.
It's definitely a marker for a successful career later down the line, or at least one would hope. Well, Jakob, here's looking at you, kid. Anyways, moving on, we have the all-defense team next. From the Malamutes, we have Elib Cove and Smudgepan as forwards. From the Timber, we've got Anaskova guard, and sorry if I butchered your name there. And from the Grizzlies, we've got James Howlett and Elvar Gilligalad on defense and goalie, respectively. And from Quebec City, we have Andrea Morandi. Now, next up, we have the Elias Armia Trophy for the Commissioner's Award in Excellence, and this goes to Pyro 182. While I'm not familiar with them myself, outside of some brief interactions in the SHL Discord, from the right up here, Pyro has been an all-around quiet workhorse in the league at both levels. Tremendously hard workers, but the Simmer has been consistently working to ensure the sims are top quality and completed, even if it means working overtime with little notice. Honestly, given that and his performance elsewhere in the Jays during the playoffs, he definitely deserves recognition. Wouldn't you agree, Fish?
I would 100% agree, and I would like to say thank you to Pyro. As earlier today, he did redo the All-Star game after some technical difficulties the first time through. So really do appreciate that, Pyro, and I can 100% agree with this choice by the commissioners.
Definitely.
Pyro has done a lot of great things for the SMJHL.
Agree, and I know it's not often said, but you deserve a lot more recognition for your hard work, Pyro. And I hope this is just the start of a long and illustrious career for you, not only for whatever time you have left in the Jays, but in the SHL as well. Here's hoping we can expect more great things for you in season 79. Next up, we have the Nor Harak Trophy for top GMs. For the Anchorage Armada, we have Figgy and Ratuperkele. Sorry if I butchered that. Then for the Kelowna Knights, we've got Pyro the Alpaca, and Snoo Snoo. Sorry. And for the main timber, we've got Southpaw and Mike Louette. And oh look! If it ain't these two familiar Wahoos, we've got Jimmy Schmo, 27, and Cake 307 for the St. Louis Scarecrows. And I'm just messing with you guys. Now, for Mike Louette and Southpaw, again, don't know them that well, but I have seen them very active in the Discord, have seen them online in the forums quite a bit, constantly working to improve their team and keep a solid Timber squad on the ice. And I think their record through this past season, and especially during the playoffs, even more so during that recent fiasco, shows how dedicated and how skillful they handled the Timber. With regards to Jimmy and Cake, I'll be honest, I'm big fans of theirs. We I share a couple of Discords with them, work with them in the Blizzard locker room, all around great people, and are very dedicated to both the SHL and the communities they are a part of. What do you think of, you got any thoughts on Pyro and Snoo Snoo, or the fine folks from the Armada, Fish?
So I will say this, all of the GMs that have been nominated have all done an amazing job this past season.
Oh, without question.
And as a fellow GM, I have been able to see some of their work that they have done this season, and I know that all around, all of these GMs have worked as hard as possible to make the best team possible. And Kelowna, if I do remember correctly, they have just finished a rebuild that took a couple of seasons, and now they find themselves making the finals and doing pretty well in the regular season. So that's Kelowna, but for Anchorage, they did extra, but not making the finals, probably not ideal for them, but finishing second in the regular season is still something to be very proud of, and they should be proud of what they have done and what their team has done this past season.
Well, I think you'll find they'll have more than just the regular season to be proud of. And the winner of the Norharak Award are Figgy and Retiperkele from the Anchorage Armada. Congratulations, y'all. And here's looking at you for a stellar Season 79 and an even better playoff run. Next, or at the end of it. Anyways, up next, we've got the Zach Miller Award for the most dedicated user. A few familiar faces here. We've got S7, Cake 307 yet again, Yeti Taz, and though I'm not familiar with them personally, we also have Revan Gillette. Cake 307, again, stellar GM, very active in the Discords, very active in the forums, and as a rookie mentor, all around great asset to the SHL, or SHL and SMJHL. So then, if I remember correctly, they are involved in multiple departments, are a constant presence both in Discord and on the forum, and are just all around a great user. And Yeti. Good God, Yeti. Easily the most active rookie of this past season, a constant presence in both the rookie Discord and the regular SHL Discord. Great person, and I would say definitely has a good career or a good career ahead of them. What are your thoughts on Revan Gillette, Fish?
So Revan Gillette is the Quebec City Citadel's GM or co-GM. I am forgetting right now, but I know that they have done a lot more than just be a GM in the past, and this really does show they have been dedicated to the league for a couple of months now, as they joined earlier this year, but they have already become pretty active with their player getting a GM job and also working hard with a bunch of other things around the league. So a much deserved nomination there.
Well, I don't pity the commissioners and HO for having to make this, or GMs for having to make this choice. The awards committee, pardon me. was definitely a difficult one. But given that, and from what you've said, I think they made a excellent choice. And our award winner is Revanchilete. Congratulations, and I hope you are among the contenders for the Zach Miller again next year, Revanchilete. And again, congrats, and you deserve it. All right, moving on, we've got the Jack Cross Award for the most underrated. We have our nominees are Wallabilly Koala / Nor of Iceland from Carolina. For the main timber, we have Deathclaw / Zoot TX. For the San Diego title, we have TBFAW. And then for St. Louis, we have Matthias / Euro Hero. Can't speak that much for Wallabilly or Deathclaw, but I can on TBFAW and Matthias. TBFAW, where do I begin? Consistent earner, constantly active, and is constantly seeking to improve themselves both on the forums, on the ice, and off the ice. There is not a day that has gone by that they have not done something for the SMJHL or for the community. All around, stellar user who's consistently improving themselves, and I think we can expect great things from them moving forward. Matthias, where to begin? All around, great person, has been a friendly presence in the locker room, at least for me and multiple other S79 draftees since day one. Was involved with the Norway, our management team during this past WJC season, is consistently putting out media, and he should be an asset for both the Blizzard and the Scarecrows moving forward. You got any thoughts on Wallabilly or Deathclaw, Fish?
No, I'm definitely not lazy at all. I'm gonna read what was given to us. I feel like that the GMs that and awards committee that put this all together should definitely be done. So
Definitely.
Wallabilly Koala on the Kraken, the GM said, when your roster is 10 rookies deep, you're going to have a rough season. No one was expecting much from the Kraken this season, and for fair reason. Koala thrived in this open environment, being a skater that paired best with the top-line trio of Chef, Oligny, and Belcher, slotting in as a rookie into the top line and keeping the line positive and shooting differential, helping boost the other two forwards to point per game seasons despite the roster's 2-12 start to the season. Blake Hutchinson had a standout rookie season, taking the power play time that Koala shared given their first line status, and that likely overshadows how instrumental Koala was to the first line's even strength performance, which acted as a stabilizing force on a roster deep with rookies. Magic is super quiet but reliable member of the locker room, head down and earning well. They've started to grow more comfortable in the Discord each week and have really helped set an example to the other first gens. As to what can be attained so far as developing a player, other people might be more talkative, but I would take a dozen Magics in a heartbeat. That stability and level of interest in team success pairs wonderfully with the roster that needs tone setters and people to set up and lead by example.
Yeah. And to get back on script for a moment, for Deathclaw, in the words of the main GM, he really is an unsung hero of the team. High CF and FF, as well as insane plus or minus workout, plus without putting up a bunch of points themselves. All around, very good support player, played important minutes on PK. Not to mention, he also played a mentor role for the rookie players in the main locker room, helped out the new gens a lot, and very active. Again, don't know him personally, but from the sounds of that, he really was a solid addition and a potential rising star in the main Timber locker room. And I know Corey would be upset with me if I didn't read what he wrote for TBF-AW, so here goes. And while it pains me to admit this, yes, the title had a difficult season in Season 78, but even in spite of that, TBF-AW was able to become one of our top assist players. While he did have a difficult start and played on the second line, he was able to score a commendable 31 points even with less time on the ice, despite his 96 PDO. And as I said earlier, off the ice, he was definitely a great asset for the title locker room. Constantly active, always seeking to help the team morale, even in spite of a rough season. He has slowly started to move into a leadership role with scouting, as well as getting other members of the team interested in other aspects of it. To put it bluntly, while it was a bit of a rough start, he has overcome that rough patch and will end up being a huge asset to both the team now and moving forward. And speaking of another GM that will kill me if I don't put what they wrote, we get back to Matthias. All in all, solid team player for the Scarecrows and the season. And even though he only recorded a single goal, he did an excellent job with assists, with 25 on the blue line, along with 68 takeaways, which was the second most on the Scarecrows line for this past season. This is saying nothing of the 18 giveaways and 90 blocks he had to keep the goaltender happy. So all around was a solid part of the defensive line. Kept the games close for the most part, while allowing the offense to work, even if he didn't always get the credit for it. He played on the team's second line and the special team unit for most of the season, and even did a bit of time on the strength lines. Put simply, he was always willing to help out where needed and take even some dirty jobs that may not have meant as much credit in comparison to the stars of the team, but were equally needed. He was definitely a gem in the locker room, both now and when he started, be it with his infectious energy and his unending positivity. To put it in the words of the GM, they were blown away when they were scouting Matthias, and there was a reason he was snatched up so quickly and named an alternate captain. Both now and I guarantee you moving forward, he is going to be a big part of the team and its future success. That's saying nothing of the bright future he has in Edmonton. Now, I don't envy the committee in having had to make this choice, given how solid all these nominees were, and it could easily have gone to any of them, but sadly, there can only be one winner. And that is Deathclaw from the main Timber. Congratulations, buddy. And we look forward to seeing how well you do in the future. And here's to a bright Season 79 for you. Next up, we have the Alex Light Award for Most Improved. our nominees are Chris McZerrill from Anchorage. For season 77, they had 11 goals, 13 assists, and 24 points, whereas for season 78, they had 45 goals, 32 assists, and 77 points. For the Colorado Raptors, we have Timo Leppinen, sorry if I butchered that. For season 77, they had a save percentage of .878 with 382 saves, 1 SO. For season 78, they had improved it to .906 with 1,072 saves versus 4 SO. And then also representing Colorado, we have Baron Samedi with, for season 77, 28 goals, 29. I need to put my glasses on. Then 50 assists and 79 points. And for season 78, they brought it up to 44 goals, 49 assists, 93 points. And then representing the Ottawa Highlander, hold on, let me get that right. Yeah. We have 3 WW Wingmate for season 77, 24 goals, 30 assists, 54 points. And then for season 78, they brought it up to 43 goals, 53 assists, and 96 points. All in all, definitely a lot of improvement for all of the players here. But, as said previously, there can only be one. And that goes to Chris McZerrill III from from the Armada. Congratulations, and hopefully you'll continue that improvement streak into the next season. Now, next up, we have our all-rookie team. For the Nevada Battleborn on forward, we have Badger Hennessy. For forward from the Maine Timber, we have Anthony Louchard. For the Malamutes on forward, we have Chuck Lumbermouth. For the Anchorage Armada on defense, we have Javelin Bodine. Then from the Timber, yet again, this time on defense, we've got Lucas Snyder. And bringing up the rear for the goalie for the Malamutes is Jakob Alexa. Then next up, we have the Brandon Holmes Award for Top Defensive Forward. Representing Detroit, we have Braden Point with a .89 takeaway / giveaway percentage, and then he had a 27.20 SA / GA offensive, and then he had 58.3 CORSI, and then 79 points. Fairly good. Representing Great Falls, we have James Howlett with 122 hits, a 27.3 SA / GO, 65 points, and a .63 TA / GA. Then representing the Maine Timber, we have, one of two entrants representing Maine Timber. We have Anna Skovgaard with a 1.06 TA / GA, 57.2 Corsi, 94 points, and a 27.60 SA / 60. And then yet again, we've got Doug Waite, with 105 points, 27.60 SA / 60, 57 Corsi, and then 64 hits. All in all, solid entries. Hold on, never mind. Seems like we've got a few more entries here. Just 1 second, folks. For the Quebec City Citadels, we've got Andrea Morandi, with a 1.37 TA / GA, 195 hits, 65 points, and 55 Corsi. Representing the San Diego title, we've got Kristov Kovalev with 1.75 TA / GA, 77 hits, 53 SB, and a 40.8 SA/SO. And then for the Malamutes, we have Elib Cove, and I'm sorry if I butchered your name there, with a 91 SB, 32.3 SA/60, 48.4 Corsi, and 76 hits. Before we move on, you got any thoughts, Fish?
I mean, they all really play defensive, and that is not normally a forward's job. I mean, their job is to score goals, get points, help the team win in that way, more so than be defensive. So all of them were defensive in their own ways, and I feel like that goes to show why there were so many nominees for this award, is because there were so many amazing candidates, as every single candidate had their own specialty on why they were defensive.
I would agree. In all honesty, just this season was stocked with excellent forwards and excellent defensive players. Each of these players, in their own way, deserves the award. And I know I keep reiterating this, but it's true. Each of them deserves recognition, and if it were up to me, we would give them each an award for their hard work this past season. But sadly, we can only give it to one, and that goes to Braden Point from Detroit. Congratulations, and not only on a stellar season, but all of your hard work during it. Here's hoping you have you continue to shine in season 79. Next up, we have the Kula Agante Top Defender Award. Like the Brandon Holmes Award, we've got 6 nominees, and oh my god, it was I imagine this must have been quite a difficult choice. Leading the pack, we've got Cade DeVries from the Battleborn with a 5.07 takeaway/giveaway average, 102 hits, 56.8 Corsi, and 93 SB. Then coming in from Anchorage, we've got Abby Loss with an 85.67 TA/GA, 119 SB, 84 hits, 52 Corsi. And from Great Falls, we've got Argenti Gorilla. Hell of a name. 5.87 TA/GA, 145 SB, 106 hits, and then 43 Corsi. And for our next set of nominees, we've got Ivan Godinez representing the Kelowna Knights with a 4.76, 94 SB, 102 hits, 53.2 Corsi. Representing the Maine Timber, and again, sorry if I butcher your name, Jacopo Namialavan with a 5.75 TA/GA ratio, 106 SB, 104 hits, 57.5 Corsi. And yet another entry from Great Falls, we've got ATAT Walker. Great name, if I might add. 232 SB, 68 hits, a 1.29 takeaway/giveaway, and then 44 Corsi. All in all, I'd say another set of solid nominees, and again, I do not envy the awards committee for having to make this difficult choice. What do you think, Fish?
As I've said before, they've all been nominated for their own reason, and this time, defense is their job, as they are all defenders. And for this, they've all done their job to the best of their ability. And really, there's a bunch of range from a lot of shot blocks to hitting to the takeaway giveaway ratio and the Corsi. They've all done their own, but I do feel like that there are a couple who did every single category at top tier level.
Fair enough. Well, we'll have to find out what the awards committee decide to go with. And the winner of the Kula Agante Award is, representing Main Timber, Jacopo Nemanlavin. Congratulations. And here's hoping for a wonderful season for you. Next up, we have our second All-Star team. A few familiar faces. From the Battleborn on forward, we have 3 WW Wingmate ROC. From the Timber, we've got Anna Scovegard. Then from the Armada, we've got on forward Chris McZerrell. I think that is a typo there, but apparently he is the Chris McZerrell IV now. Yet another entry from the Battleborn. We have on defense, we have Yaeth Etho from the Kelowna Knights. On defense, we've got Ivan Godinez. And then for their goalie from the Raptors, we've got Timo Lepanen. All right. For the Alexis Metzler top defensive defender, we've got Dieter Frustick representing Anchorage with 80 hits. Hold on. Yep. 253 hits, a 1.85 takeaway/giveaway average, and 48.1 Corsi. From Carolina, we've got Charles Luchard with 95 hits, 47.3 Corsi, a 9.88 takeaway/giveaway, and 41 shots blocked. Next up, we've got 2 returning nominees from the Great Falls Grizzlies. We've got Argenti Gorilla with 106 hits, 145 shots blocked, a 5.67 takeaway giveaway, and 43 Corsi. And then we've got AT Walker from Great Falls yet again with 68 hits, 232 shots blocked, and a 1.29 takeaway giveaway with 44 Corsi. And if you thought these were the only nominees, well, I got a surprise for you. We've got a few more. From the Main Timber, we've got Buffa Benson with 73 hits, 273 shots blocked, 54.9 Corsi, and a 1.4 takeaway/giveaway. Then from the Newfoundland Berserkers, we've got Leo Finnegan with 118 hits, 59 shots blocked, 5.3 takeaway giveaway, and 54.7 Corsi. And then from the Thunder Bay Walleye, we've got Red Panda Jr., great username, with 143 hits, 114 shots blocked, 5.18 takeaway giveaway, with 48.1 Corsi. And yet again, we have a very solid set of defenders here that each were nominated for their own reasons and in their own ways. Each should be a top contender for this award, but sadly, we can only give it to one. And that winner is Dieter Frustrup from the Anchorage Armada. Then next up, we have the Cedric Robinson Award for Top Goalie. For this one, we have 4 nominees from Colorado, Detroit, Great Falls, and Yukon. From the Raptors, we have yet another familiar face with Timo Lepinen, and sorry, gonna butcher your name yet again, with a .904 SV, with a 2.68 GAA, 2 SO, and a 2.81 GSAA. Then, if memory serves, we have a returning nominee from last year with Anastasia Soderstrom from Detroit, with a .889 SV, 3.09 GAA, 2 SO, and 682 saves. All in all, great performance. Representing the Grizzlies, we have Elvar Gilgalad with a .901 SV, 2.76 GAA, 2 SO, and a 1.62 GSAA. And then you thought they were finished earlier, but nope. Welcome back, Jakub Alexa, representing the Malamutes, with a .898 SV, 33.58 SAV/SO, and 291 saves. I don't know about you, Fish, but I think this was yet another difficult choice for the committee.
It definitely was, and if I do recall, Anastasia Soderstrom actually did win it last season and has actually won a lot of awards throughout their career. But all in all, I feel like this is a worse season for them as they just finished the SMJHL, but a bunch of young talent that has shown up that should be interesting for future seasons. But Soderstrom is definitely someone you should look out for in the SHL come future seasons. And Alexa, that rookie we did talk about last season, I do believe there was another rookie goaltender who was nominated for this award but was unable to get it. Maybe this year is different where a rookie will also win top goalie.
Well, we'll just have to find out, won't we? And the winner of the Cedric Robinson Award is Elvar Gilgalad from Great Falls. Congratulations, Elvar, and here's hoping that you continue. Or here's hoping that we will see you back next year. Next up, and I'm going to butcher this, the Isa and Rika Cannon Award for Top Rookie. Representing the Anchorage Armada, back yet again, we've got Javelin Bodine with 127 hits, 49 points, a 52.9 Corsi, and a 4.24 takeaway giveaway average. Representing the Battleborn, yet again, is Badger Hennessy with 84 points, 52.8 Corsi, 91 hits, and 28 goals. And we've got the twin representatives back from Yukon, and no, it's not a flashback. We've got Chuck Lumbermouth with 59 points, 130 hits, 16.9 as percentage, 33 goals, and then Jakub Alexa with a .917, 3.05 GAA, 961 saves, and 1 SO. Let me take a look here. And again, I do not think you can go wrong with any of these choices, given each was nominated for multiple other awards. Each deserves a shot here, and I don't know about you, Fish, but each deserves it in their own way.
They all do, but I do feel like Alexa's very hungry for an award.
I would
after
say so.
Being nominated for top goalie and is now here for the top rookie, as well as being a all rookie team, and I feel like just had an amazing season to even have a chance at top goalie and top rookie, but you can't ignore those skaters who all had their own amazing seasons on their teams.
Well, let's hope the committee felt similar to we did, or to how we did. And our award winner is Badger Hennessy, which, again, I don't think, given the choices, you could really go wrong with either one of them, but just with Badger, he was a cut above the rest. Next up, we have our first All-Star team. Back, and given their season, I'm not surprised to see plenty of Timber alum here. Back yet again, on forward, we've got Doug Waite. For the Colorado Raptors, on forward, we've got Baron Samedi. And then back-to-back main Timbers, we've got on forward, May O'Nice. Then on defense, and again, sorry for butchering your name yet again, Jacopo Numalavan. From the Battleborn on defense, we've got Cade DeVries. And, to no one's surprise, for our goalie, we've got Elvar Gilgalad. All around, very solid team. Next up, we have the Ideen Fala Award for Most Valuable Player. First up, back for yet another award nomination, is Baron Samedi, representing the Colorado Raptors with 44 goals, 49 assists, 93 points, a 14 PPG, and 7 GWG. Representing Great Falls, we've got Elvar Gilgalad, looking to add to his award count for tonight with a .901 save percentage, a 2.76 GAA, 2 shots offered, as well as 1.62 GSAA. Looking to secure yet another award for Maine is Doug Waite, 41 goals, 64 assists, 105 points, 15 PPG, and 5 GWG. And for the Battleborn, we've got Cade DeVries with a 5.07 takeaway giveaway average, 102 hits, 56.8 Corsi, and 93 shots blocked. I know I sound like a broken record at this point, but given each of these nominees has already been nominated or has secured awards for both Season 78 and Season 77, this, from what I've heard, was definitely a tough choice for the committee, and you really cannot go wrong with any of these players, given each has had stellar or had a solid Season 78 and, in many cases, an even better Season 77. That is especially true for Baron Samedi and Doug Waite, because if I remember correctly, we actually had them nominated and even win multiple times during the Season 77 awards. So, yet again, can only be one. And that winner is, representing the Colorado Raptors, Baron Samedi. Congratulations, Baron, and here's hoping we get to see you on these awards next year, or next season. Next up, we have the Brody Witzel Award for Playoff MVP. Representing the Knights, we've got Polar Bergeron with 12 goals, 17 assists, 29 points, and a 15.0 S percentage. For the main Timber, we've got Mativi Kajabi with 13 goals, 14 assists, 27 points and a 16.9 S percentage. Representing the main timber yet again, we've got Chris with 2 shots offered, a .9120 save percentage, and 546 saves. And back for yet another nomination is Doug Waite, representing the Timber with 12 goals, 13 assists, 25 points, and a 14.6 percentage. Again, broken record, but with all of these players, especially Doug Waite, the committee had a difficult choice. Each not only had a great regular season, but more than shown in the playoffs this year, even in spite of that resend that occurred. For me, the pick is obvious, given just how many times they've appeared on this list, but I don't think you can go wrong with either or with any of the entrants. What about you, Fish?
No, I think you're right. I think they all definitely get this award, but really, I like goalies, so I would be very happy to see a goalie win this, but those skaters had a bunch of points, and I feel like that those assists from Bergeron and leading the playoffs in points along with another Kelowna Knight, Mativi Kajibi, only 2 points behind the Kelowna Knights leaders, and Doug Waite, who's just been phenomenal this past season. So really, as you've said multiple times, there is no wrong answer here, and any of them or all of them should deserve this.
But as it sounds like a familiar old tune, there can only be one, and that is Mativi Kajabi of the Maine Timber. Congratulations, and you've earned it, kid. Anyways, next up, we have the Raymond Lindsay Award for Players MVP, and we have a few more familiar faces. Back yet again are Baron Samedi, representing the Raptors, with 44 goals, 49 assists, 93 points, 14 PPG, 7 GWG. Then, looking to secure a win here, we've got Doug Waite with the Maine Timber with 41 goals, 64 assists, 100. Pardon me, I need to get my glasses. 5 points, 15 PPG, 5 GWG. All in all, both are solid entries yet again. And back for the Battleborn, we've got 3 Wingmate ROC with 43 goals, 53 assists, 96 points, 19.5 save percentage, and 4 GWG. And the Raymond Lindsay Award winner, after so many nominations on this show, is Doug Waite. And I'm trying to think what we can say that we haven't said before. But to put it bluntly, Doug Waite, both are from what I've seen in season 77 and season 78, has been a truly phenomenal player and a star for the Maine Timber. He is easily one of the top reasons why the Timber have been such a dominant force on the ice, both this season and last season, and is easily one of the top players in the SMJHL. At least that's my thoughts. What about you, Fish?
They really did, as I've said before, have an amazing season. Barron did get the MVP, but to the players, the MVP is truly Doug Waite. And I mean, I'm pretty sure the only player this past season to have over 100 points just goes to show how dominant they were this season with Maine. So there really is no wrong answer, but Doug has been dominated for so many awards and really deserves to get one here.
Definitely. Give me 1 second here. Check this. And that, sadly, is the end of our award show for the JHL tonight. All in all, you had a stellar series of winners tonight, and I hope that we will see, for those of you that remain in the Jays in season 79, I look forward to hoping to see your name, or I look forward to seeing your names again in the season 79 awards. But for right now, we are going to take a small break, and we will be back shortly with the SHL awards. Stay tuned. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Hope we didn't keep you waiting too long. Next up, we have the Season 78 SHL Awards Show. Back with me yet again is Mysterious Fish. Welcome back, Fish.
It's great to be back.
Now, I don't know about y'all, but I think it's time to dive on in. First off, we have the Challenge Cup and SHL. Oh, hold on 1 second here. we have the Challenge Cup and SHL winners with the Los Angeles Panthers. Now, again, still in Jays myself, but from what I heard and watching streams, the Panthers had a phenomenal season and an even better playoff run. What do you think, Fish?
Well, as a player in the SHL, no, they definitely had a great playoff run, despite some of those series being extremely close for their liking. They had a sweep in the first round, but in the second and third round, San Francisco and Texas respectively forced the Panthers to 7 games. And then finally, Tampa Bay could not get a hold, and the Panthers won in 6. They get that Challenge Cup, but it was a great season all in all.
Definitely. All right. Moving on, we have the Matthias Chouinard, forgive me, my pronunciation is not the best, Chouinard Trophy for the Eastern Playoff Champions, and that goes to the Tampa Bay Barracuda. And I think y'all know who the next entry is here. For the Cole Reinhardt Trophy for the Western Playoff Champions is the Los Angeles Panthers. Now, next up, we have the Sergei Karpatsov Trophy for the regular season points leader, and that goes to Max Carnage from Tampa Bay with 129 points, 62 goals, and 67 assists. Now, as said previously, not quite familiar with him, but my partner Fish here might be. What do you think, Fish?
Well, I know from at least fantasy that they tend to be a pretty popular choice come that draft, but really a dominant season, and not just them, but Tampa Bay for making the finals and having a good regular season, but Max Carnage just completely dominated, but there were some close candidates with Jared Lakemore with 124 points and Adam Perpich with 122. But really, if I can remember correctly, Max Carnage has been a player in the league for a little while now.
Well, if they're as good as you say, which I have no doubt they are, I think we just might be seeing them again sooner than we think. And what do you know? Here they are, yet again. For the J. McDonald Trophy, need I even say their name? Shouldn't come as a surprise. We've got Max Carnage as our regular season goals leader with 62 goals. Next up, we have the Turd Ferguson Trophy for our regular season PIMS leader, and that goes to Nabe Dobson from the Philadelphia Forge with 79 PIMS. Fish, you got any thoughts on this? On Dobson?
Not the award you want to win in your career. I mean, really spending close to 80 minutes in the penalty box in one season, not ideal, but really someone has to do it on each team, and clearly Dobson was that guy for Philadelphia.
Yeah.
But it's just not the award that you want to win, but I'm sure they will still accept this with pride and joy.
Oh boy. Next up, we've got the Mike Honcho Award for least goals allowed, and this is actually shared by Anthony Dion and Roman Shekmanek II from the Texas Renegades with 194 goals allowed. Then Next up, we have our third SHL All-Star team. Representing the LA Panthers, we have on forward Derek Martin. The first of two representatives from the Texas Renegades on forward, we've got Chris Valentine. Then from the Stampede on forward, we've got Daniel Gramathan. For the Renegades, yet again, we've got on defense Jack McCarthy. For the Stampede, we've got on defense Furious Chicken, and looks like they're just in time, but on goalie, we've got just in time for the Pride. Next up, for the John McBride Best Goaltender, we've got 5-Hole Siv representing the Wolfpack, with goals against 162, a GAA of 3.55, one shutout, and a save percentage of 0.910. Every year, there is one of these guys. I will do my best, but please do not hold it against me if I butcher your name. Oh, wait, I remember you. Representing the Los Angeles Panthers, we've got Grezigor Brzezinski-Kowicki. I'm just going to call you GB. No offense. They had 131 goals against, a 2.82 GAA, 4 shutouts, a save percentage of .910, and back yet again for the Pride, we've got just in time with 157 goals against, 2.89 GAA, 5 shutouts, and a save percentage of .901. Fish, got any further thoughts on these guys?
Let's see. GV, to make it simple, really did help the Panthers do as well as they did, but really any of these goalies did what they could to make sure that their team did the best possible in the season, and really it should come to no surprise why they are all here. They have all done incredible things, and it all just depends on what the awards committee hard decision was for who the winner is.
Well, I think they picked well, even if it weighs on my sanity having to pronounce this. Nah, I kid, but in all sincerity, congratulations, GRB. You have earned this award, and I will attempt to get it right. Krezigorski... Anyways, congratulations, GRB. I hope you had a wonderful season, and I wish you the best of luck with your next season. And if you appear in the Season 79 Awards, I will do my best to get your name right. Next up, we have the Scott Stevens Best Defenseman Award. For the LA Panthers, we've got Elena Maximova with 15 goals, 52 assists, 178 blocks, 86 hits, and a takeaway of 9.73. For the Tampa Bay Barracuda, we've got Yol Gustrovich DeBulk. Again, sorry if I mispronounced your name. With 21 goals, 34 assists, 214 blocks, 70 hits, and a takeaway of 11.57. And turning up the heat in here... Oh, no, wait. Oh, nope, they definitely are. Philippe Iko-Eel from the Atlanta Inferno with 20 goals, 46 assists, 210 blocks, 55 hits, and a takeaway of 14.46. I know we've said it before, each of these nominees has been selected for a reason, and each in their own way have been stellar performers, both on the ice and off the ice. But I think given their dominant playoff run, the answer here, I think to both the committee and us, is Elena Maximova. Congratulations on both a phenomenal season and the award, Elena. Here's hoping that y'all keep it up next season. Next up, we have the Bojo Biscuit Award for Best Defensive Defenseman. Back yet again, we've got Elena Maximova from LA with 15 goals, 52 assists, 178 blocks, 96 hits, and a takeaway of 973. From the Texas Renegades, we've got Hodo with 8 goals, 33 assists, 313 blocks, 49 hits, a takeaway of 7.36, and representing the Spectres, we've got Nash DePaulo with 11 goals, 23 assists, 210 blocks, 75 hits, and a takeaway of 16.77. All in all, yet another solid set of entries, especially with Miss Maximova here. Wouldn't you agree, Fish?
I really would. I mean, it's one of those things that you have to be good at not only your role, but be great at your role. And I do feel like that they've done that. It's really hard to be great at the top level of the SHL, and they've clearly all done that.
Definitely, but as per awards tradition, one has to stand head and shoulders above the other, and I think we all know who that is. Elena Maximova with the LA Panthers. Congratulations, Elena. Next up, we have the Jeff Darr Best Two-Way Forward Award. Coming in for the New England Wolfpack, we have Antoine Beauregard with 42 goals, 56 assists, 12 blocks, 135 hits, a takeaway of 61.72. Representing the Stampede, we have Jared Lakemore with 58 goals, 66 assists, 63 blocks, 65 hits, and a takeaway of 99.69. And yet again, turning up the heat from Atlanta, we've got Jigglypuff. Love the username. We've got, for them, they had 31 goals, 57 assists, 89 blocks, 138 hits, and a takeaway of 74.56. And, as usual, the same song and dance applies. Each of these players was phenomenal, but there can only be one, and that is Jared Lakemore of the Buffalo Stampede. Now, next up, we have our all-rookie team. From the Seattle Argonauts, we've got Jean-Jacques Francois Jacques Jean. Totally did not butcher that. On forward, then representing... Hold on here. Give me 1 second. We've got Mary Hollywood on forward. For the Atlanta Inferno, we've got Edward Lavoie. If memory serves, there's actually a couple Lavoies floating about. On defense for the Buffalo Stampede, Eric Vanderberg Jr. For the Pride, we've got on defense Supa Dupa. Definitely super there. And then, I love your username here. Definitely a real bit of nostalgia. For the Philadelphia Forge on goalie, we've got Launchpad McQuack. Definitely helped launch the team to new heights. Wouldn't you agree, Fish?
I really would. I mean, as a goalie, it's hard to be good at the top level, and I just love the name. But as I said, being a goalie at the top level is hard, but being the best out of all the rookies is even harder. So big props to Launchpad McQuack for being the all-rookie team goalie. But for all of the skaters, there's even more of them in the league. And so it's extremely hard to get to this talent right off of the get-go.
Definitely. And I would be remiss in not giving a shout out to Kari here. Happy to see a member of the Rage on the team. But all in all, y'all all did an excellent job. And I look forward to seeing each of you on the rookie team next year. And yes, Kari, you need to tone it down. Anyways, for the best rookie, or the Ryan Jester Award for best rookie, we've got back yet again from the Stampede, Eric Vanderberg Jr. with 7 goals, 28 assists, 148 blocks, 43 hits, a giveaway takeaway of 11.42. And yes, Kari, you get the chance to have some more rage here. Mary Hollywood from the Manhattan Rage with 21 goals, 40 assists, 15 blocks, 99 hits, and a giveaway takeaway of 61-28. And from Atlanta, we've got Violet Stoica with 15 goals, 29 assists, 52 blocks, 94 hits, and a giveaway takeaway of 31.39. Now, we'll have to see who takes this home, or who takes this trophy home, but may very well be Manhattan, but we shall see. And for the Ryan Jester Award, it does not go to Manhattan, but rather upstate to Buffalo with Eric Vanderberg Jr. Sidebar, Vandy, if you're watching, congratulations. Then next up, we've got the Aiden Richan award, our award for Most Improved. 1 second here. Back again from the Panthers, we have Elena Maximova with 15 goals, 52 assists, 178 blocks, 86 hits, and a giveaway takeaway of 973. And returning from Tampa Bay, don't call him an apex predator, but he's here for a reason, folks. We have Max Carnage with 62 goals, 67 assists, 40 blocks, 53 hits, and a giveaway takeaway of 63-46. And then from Calgary, we have Sunrise Van de Shevebek-Tiven with 35 goals, 60 assists, 63 blocks, 69 hits, and a giveaway takeaway of 90-50. I know we've sung the praises of Elena Maximova and Max Carnage multiple times throughout this list, but the fact they have been nominated and, in Elena's case, won this many awards just goes to show how phenomenal of a season, both regular and playoff, these two players had. And I really don't think you can go wrong with giving either the award in this case. Though, while I'm not familiar with their performance this season, Sunrise, given they're on here, must have had or have done well in their own right. Wouldn't you agree, Fish?
I would 100% agree. I mean, if you look, they've all done their own parts, but Max Carnage went from 62 points to 62 goals and 67 assists and leading the league in points. It is really that big upbringing and big improvement to have this nominee, but really, they all deserve this, and I feel like that the awards committee had to make another very difficult choice here.
Definitely. Now, let's see. Well, I think they definitely went with a solid one here, and with Max Carnage. Now, next up, we go to our second All-Star team. Now, I think I speak for all of us when I say he's already a star, though this time it's in Philadelphia rather than New York. We've got on forward for the Forge, Tony Soprano. For the Barracuda, on forward, we've got Johnny Wagner Svensson. For the Pride, we've got on forward, we've got Victor Hargreaves. And again, I'm sorry if I butcher your name. I will do my best. On defense from the Barracuda, we've got Yoln Gustrovich Dubolk. Then from the Baltimore Platoon on defense, we've got George Inzola. And then on goalie for the New England Wolfpack, we've got Five Hole Siv. Now, next up, we've got the Lance Uppercut Award for Best GM Duo. Representing the Panthers, we've got Whitecap and Rashfordu. For Tampa Bay, we've got Hockey is Cool and Emil LeBron. And then for the Toronto North Stars, we've got Magritta Lover and JPC 8237. Got any thoughts on them, Fish?
I mean, they are all just amazing, and I know JPC a bit more than any of the others. In a different sim league, I had JPC on my team, and he's just a great guy, and obviously has a bunch of talents here in the SHL as well. So it's really gonna be a big award, as they've all done their own respective things as GMs this past season. Los Angeles winning the Challenge Cup and the regular season trophy. Tampa Bay finishing second in the league and second in the playoffs. And Toronto, I'm pretty sure the third place team in the regular season, who also had a fairly decent playoff run. So they all put in their work to finish at the top of the league. So it'll be interesting to see who wins.
Definitely. Next, and our winners are the Tampa Bay Barracuda. Well done. Well done. Gotta admit, a bit of a surprise to me. Probably not to the committee, but still, well done. Now, next up, we've got the Joe McKeel Award for Best Coach. Our nominees are the Calgary Dragons, the Tampa Bay Barracuda, and the Toronto North Stars. And our winner is the Calgary Dragons. Now, I really did not get to watch the Calgary season, but from what I hear, they definitely did well despite some of the hurdles they faced. Fish, you got any insights on Calgary? Or
Calgary is in the middle of the league, 10th, but really I could have seen them with a bit better luck in those overtime and shootouts, nearing the top of the overtime shootout losses. Just a bit more luck. They wouldn't have been 10th, and they probably would have been 6th, if not 5th, if they had gone a bit more luck in those games. But Calgary, I know, has had a great team, and it's just filled with a bunch of talent. So the staff there have done a great job to help get the Dragons to this point in the franchise.
Well, I think Calgary has a lot. Well, not only Calgary, but the Barracuda and the Toronto North Stars have a lot to look forward to in their future seasons. And I think they should all be proud of the work they did this past season. But there can only be one winner, and that is the Calgary Dragons. Well done, Calgary, and here's hoping to an even brighter season for you in S79. Next up, we have the Damian Littleton Award for Most Dedicated Users. Our nominees are Carpi and Enigmatic, Naomi Anaclean, and S7. Now, I don't know Carpi and Enigmatic near as well as I know Naomi and S7, but from what little I've interacted with them, they have been solid users both on the forum and on Discord. Both hold positions as either GMs or as members of the SHO or of the head office or one of its various departments, if memory serves. Naomi, where do I begin? She has easily been a consistent presence across the SHL in locker rooms, on the forums, or elsewhere, serves as a recruiter, has served as mentor in the past, and just she's an all-around phenomenal person and a great asset to Calgary, and you cannot ask for a better SHL user. So then I'll repeat what I did for the J Awards. Excellent user, all around, great person, and just fun to be around. Yet, there can... Do you have anything to add, Fish?
I do not. I have had some great talks with Naomi about a bunch of things, and I haven't heard much about Carpi and Enigmatic, but I am pretty sure that they have done a lot of things this past season and have been obviously very dedicated to the league to be a nomination. And 7, I mean, talked about it before, but they have also done a lot through this past season and has done a lot during their time in the SHL.
I would agree, and that is why they are our winners. Congratulations, y'all, and keep up the phenomenal work. And next up, we have our first All-Star team. Starting off, we've got on forward, yet a very familiar face to us by now, Max Carnage from the Tampa Bay Barracuda. From coming back from the Stampede, we have Jared Lakemore on forward. Then we have two back-to-back members of the Panthers, one on forward with Adam Pripich. Then back yet again, we have our rising star, Elena Maximova, on defense. From Atlanta, we have on defense Philippe Iko-Eel, and I know I promised I would get your name right, but for my sanity's sake, on goalie, we have GRB. Congratulations, y'all, and I hope to see each of you next season. Next up, we have the Ron Mexico Award for Most Valuable Player. Starting off, we have Elena Maximova from the Los Angeles Panthers with 15 goals, 52 assists, 178 blocks, 86 hits, and a giveaway takeaway of 9.73. We have Jared Lakemore for the Stampede with 58 goals, 66 assists, 63 blocks, 65 hits, and a giveaway takeaway of 99.69. And Max Carnage for the Tampa Bay Barracuda with 62 goals, 67 assists, 40 blocks, 53 hits, and a giveaway takeaway of 83.46 or 0.8, pardon me. And our award winner is Max Carnage. To keep it brief, from what we've seen from Max Carnage this season, he's just been a phenomenal player, and the fact that he has won or been nominated this many times just goes to show how much of a phenomenal player he really is. And I think, in all honesty, we will see him back here yet again next season. Mark my words. Then next up, we have the Anton Razov Award for Playoff MVP. For the Renegades, we have Chris Valentine with 15 goals, 18 assists, 14 blocks, 13 hits, and a giveaway takeaway of 13.9. For the Panthers, we have Derek Martin back again for 21 goals, 14 assists, 18 blocks, 18 hits, and a giveaway takeaway of 29.15. And GRB bringing up the rear of the pack with 60 goals against, a GAA of 2.56, 5 shutouts, and a save percentage of .926. And our winner is GRB. Congratulations, and keep up the good work. And to close out tonight, we have the Sarmad Khan Award for Players MVP. Each of these players, through one way or another, has proven themselves to be among the top players and users for the SHL for season 78. And I think it goes without saying that each of them deserves it in their own way. But to get to this point, you really have to be a cut above the rest. Start off, we have Jared Lakemore for the Stampede. We have Max Carnage for Tampa Bay, and Tony Soprano for the Philadelphia Forge. And I think for anyone who's been paying attention for this show thus far, y'all have a good indication of what's coming. And without further ado, our winner is Max Carnage for the Tampa Bay Barracuda. Now, that does it for the show, folks. Do y'all have any words to leave off with, Fish?
Only words I have to say is it was an amazing show, and thank you, Ara, for doing this. You did a great job, and I did try to fill in some stuff there, but that was a great job done by you.
You did a phenomenal job yourself, Fish. I could not have done this without you, and I hope to work with you yet again. And to our viewers and to the nominees tonight, thank you for tuning in, and thank you for allowing us to do this wonderful show. And each of you should feel proud of what you've done this past season, and I hope the best for you in the next season, and to see many of you and your names back here yet again in season 79. Now, without further ado, this is where we'll end off for tonight. Good night, and take care.